Hello everybody, welcome back to Chico Weekly, and today this is now episode 11 of the series. Yep, episode 11, we're into the double digits now. Fun fact, actually, if we want to get to Chico Weekly episode 100, if we want to get into the triple digits, we'd have to keep Chico Weekly going on for about 2 years. I think it's a year and 11 months, something around that time. Yeah, so don't know if we'll be seeing triple digits anytime soon, but we'll see, but starting off the week with sad news here as Alex Caceres pulled out. But yeah, if you don't know Chico Weekly, pretty much I go over everything that happened in the week: fight announcements, fight cancellations, poster releases, fighter news, people that pop for steroids, roster additions, roster removals, anything that has to do with the UFC, and sometimes even a bit more than UFC. I'm gonna cover it in Chico Weekly. We'll start off the week with, pretty sure it starts here. Yeah, this is on Monday. Listen, Sunday had absolutely nothing. Sunday, nothing happened. So we're going to start off with Monday, where fighter added, Gabriel Santos was added to the roster. And here we have the explanation to who Gabriel Santos is. 10-0 featherweight out of Brazil. Added for his fight against Lerone Murphy this weekend, which was UFC 286, March 18th. That was a few days ago. It already happened. Gabriel Santos lost by split decision, but he did put on a really nice performance, so we got to give him credit where credit's due. 7 finishes, 4 subs, wins in the LFA, Future MMA, Action Fight Night, and a few other smaller promotions. Obviously, this is before his UFC edition, so this is all stats before his UFC debut. Also, I'm pretty sure something else happened. Yeah, Rafael Assunção got removed from the roster on Monday. Removed for retirement, 27-10. 12-7 in the UFC, most fight time in UFC bantamweight history, which actually he accomplished in his final ever fight in the UFC. He was against Davey Grant. He passed Uriah Faber, I'm pretty sure. Notable wins against Jorge Masvidal, Joe Lazon, TJ Dillashaw, Pedro Munoz, Aljamain Sterling, Marlon Moraes, and Rob Font. Half of those guys I didn't even know he fought, which is pretty crazy. This guy has a long, extensive career. One of the most underappreciated fighters in the UFC, will be missed. That's facts. He is truly one of the most underappreciated fighters in the UFC. Guy's a legend, man. And after such a long career fighting just the best fighters in the world in many weight classes, Jorge Masvidal is a welterweight right now. Rafael Assunção right now is a bantamweight. So that just kind of tells you where, how extensive his career really is and the opponents he's fought. He beat Jorge Masvidal, which is even crazier. Yeah, man, happy retirement to Rafael Assunção, legend of the sport. And this is for Tuesday, so we'll get into that. Breaking, Alex Caceres is out of his scheduled fight against Nate Landwehr. This one fucking sucked. I was really sad when this came out. Alex Caceres versus Nate Landwehr would have been a super fun fight. I already know it would have been the most entertaining fight. Probably could have been fight of the night, honestly, of that card happening this weekend. But at least Nate the Train is still on the card. Nate the Train is always fun. Y'all got to watch his fight with David Onama. Nate the Train versus David Onama is one of the underappreciated fight of the year contenders. That fight was fucking awesome, bro. It was on the Cheeto Vera versus Dominic Cruz undercard. It was a co-main event. All got to watch that. If you got ESPN Plus, you got that Fight Pass, you got whatever. Go ahead and watch that fight right now. Click off the video and go watch that fight because it is the best piece of entertainment you'll see all day. I promise you that. He's taking on Austin Lingo. Austin Lingo stepping in on pretty short notice, stepping on like a little bit under 2 weeks notice for San Antonio on March 25th. Still a fun fight nonetheless. And let's see. Anything else for Monday? Oh, yeah. Pretty big fight got announced. Kai Kara France, number 3. Or no, I think he's number 2. No, he's number 3 in flyweight right now versus Amir Albazi. UFC event on June 3rd. That's a good one. That's likely going to be a fight night. And I think it could be a fight night main event, possibly. I think that's not too far-fetched. It's not too crazy of an idea. I think the least you could give it is a co-main event. Y'all got to respect Kara France and Albazi because these guys are two very entertaining flyweights. Flyweights are always entertaining. They got to stop pushing these flyweights so low down in the cards, bro. They really got to stop doing that because flyweights are really good. They cut a lot of weight for this shit, and they always put on entertaining fights. You got to give them a bit more respect, UFC. Come on. These guys should be like no less than at least the featured bout. But yeah, I'm hoping for a co-main for these two guys because Kara France especially deserves it. But that's Monday. On Tuesday, MMA On Point just uploaded. But on Tuesday, In some roster additions, Joanne Wood, 15-8 strawweight, re-added for her fight against Luana Carolina this weekend. 7-8 in the UFC on a 3-fight losing streak, but her losses were against top strawweights Alexa Grasso, Tyler Santos, and Laura Murphy. Those are flyweights, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, my bad. But she's still. This was before. Obviously, this is before her fight against Luana Carolina. So she's 8-8 now. She's not on a losing streak no more. She's 16-8 now, and yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a flyweight. I'm pretty sure Luana Carolina is also a flyweight. But yeah, I still had my pick on her. She gave me my perfect pick. So Joanne Wood, Joanne Wood there. Also, Chris Duncan added to the roster. 9-1 lightweight, fighting Omar Morales this weekend. 8 finishes, 7 technical knockouts, wins on Dana White's Contender Series, Bellator, UFL, and some other regional promotions. Also 8-1 as an amateur. Very impressive there. Another March 14th edition. Who is this? Oh yeah, Jafel Filho, 14-2 flyweight out of Brazil, 13 finishes, 8 submissions, wins on Dana White's Contender Series, Shudo Brazil, and P2 fight. Fighting Muhammad Makayev this weekend. He lost that fight. Obviously these stats are before the fight. Before the UFC debut, before the next fight. But he still did pretty impressive in that fight. He kind of fucked up Muhammad Makayev's knee. Don't know when he'll be back, but Jafel Filho, he's somebody that I'll definitely be watching their next fight. I gotta stick around for that. Also on March 14th, Sam Patterson, who lost his UFC debut, first round knockout, very brutal, sadly, but 26-year-old, 10-1 with 1 draw, 6'3" lightweight from England, 9-fight winning streak, wins in Dana White's Contender Series, Brave CF, and some other local promotions. 9 finishes, 5 submissions, also 5-0 as an amateur, undefeated. Fighting in Ashmos this weekend, whom he got knocked out by. Damn, what is going on with me in the first round? Also, this was like the big one. Fighter added, Henry Cejudo. 16-2 bantamweight re-added for championship fight with Aljamain Sterling. 10-2 in the UFC, former double champ, best wins against Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, and Demetrius Johnson. Also an Olympic gold medalist, may I add. Henry Cejudo, one of the best combat sports athletes of all time, and now he's making his comeback after a long time away from the sport. Making his comeback against the current bantamweight champion, Aljamain Sterling. It's going to be a very fun fight. It's main event of a pay-per-view. That's how you know it's good. But yeah, also on Tuesday, because one fight did get announced on Tuesday. If I could try to find it, yeah. Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Miranda Maverick, my bad. It's happening UFC 289 on June 10th. We know what June 10th is going to be. We know when UFC 289 is going to be. June 10th. We don't know where, though. Jasudavicius coming off of winning against Gabriela Fernandez back in February. It's pretty quick turnaround, honestly. Also, she's now fighting Miranda Maverick, who I think she's either ranked right now or she's formerly ranked. I forgot if she got kicked off the rankings. She was like number 15. I think she left the rankings already. This is a good fight though, either way. Jasmine Jasudavicius is coming back, and Canada's kind of being put on the map. I can't even lie. But on Wednesday, the UFC 287 poster was announced. Look at this poster, man. This poster is so good. This poster is so nice. This poster is so nice. I like looking at this poster. So many colors, so many peoples. It's kind of interesting. We don't really see vertical like matchups anymore. We don't really see like the guy at the top and then the challenger at the bottom. You know, we usually see like the champion on the left and then the challenger on the right, and then the next fight is the same thing, like horizontal. This time it's vertical. It's a very unique poster. I like this poster, and it's happening in Miami. I got tickets to this event. I got family down in Miami, so I can fly down there. I'll stay over at their place, and I will be at UFC 287. It's gonna be fire. But also on Wednesday, I almost skipped it. Tim Elliott, who's ranked at flyweight right now, versus Alan Nascimento, is happening at a UFC event on June 3rd. So you can see June 3rd, a lot of flyweights in June 3rd. Also, Emily Ducote, who's currently ranked in strawweight, I'm pretty sure, versus Poliana Viana, happening April 29th, UFC Vegas 72 in the UFC Apex. Also, Eric Anders will fight Marc-Andre Barrial, UFC 289, June 10th. That's a very fun fight. Very quick turnaround for Barrial as well, who just fought literally 2 weeks ago. So, very quick turnaround for him. Also, Eric Anders, I saw him fight UFC Orlando. Very fun guy to watch fight. And on Thursday, it came out that the UFC is returning to Abu Dhabi on October 21st, 2023 for UFC 294 at the Arena. Um, yeah, very fun. It's being speculated that Islam Makhachev is going to be defending his lightweight title on this card. Also, the UFC 287 bout order. If you want to look at this, you want to pause and look at this. Very stacked card. Very, very stacked. You guys understand why I couldn't miss it. Also, this is on the same day. Yeah. Drew Dober will fight Matt Frevola, UFC 288 on May 6th. This is a very good fight. This is a featured prelim in my opinion. This is a very, very good fight. This is a nice fight between number 14 ranked Drew Dober and Matt Frevola, coming off of a win, a first round knockout, brutal knockout win over the at the time undefeated and Zaitar. And it's gonna be a good one. This is a good fight. And next fight to get announced, Jeremiah Wells versus Matthew Semmelsberger. It's happening April 22nd at UFC Vegas 71. This is the official poster, vertical, horizontal, and the 1x1. If you want to pause there, if you want to take any screenshots, you can go ahead. Also, the fight between Jake Matthews and Gabe Green has been canceled. It was meant to happen on May 13th, but the fight is off according to Gabe Green per Instagram. He said that Jake Matthews is injured, so this fight is off. But I think Gabe Green is still on the card, so that's cool. One more fight got announced. Yeah. So with Martinez pulling out of her fight against Brogan Walker, the tough finalist, the tough runner-up for the Ultimate Fighter Season 30 for the flyweight division, Iceman Lucindo will now fight Brogan Walker, UFC Vegas 71 on April 20. Wait, what? It got moved. Oh, damn. It's not on San Antonio anymore. Oh, damn, bruh. Got moved the whole fucking month back. That's bullshit, man. That's not fair. But, yeah, at least Brogan Walker's fighting at all. But that's not fair, man. I want to see this fight on San Antonio, bro. I don't get that. Okay, that was it for Thursday. On Friday, yeah, if I could find it, hold up. You could pause. This one already happened. San Antonio lineup. Yeah, Brogan Walker's just not on it, bro. So sad, bro. Yeah, Walker and canceled. Also, Mahashate Haisair will fight Vyacheslav Borshev at a UFC event on May 20th. I apologize if I pronounced their names wrong. Also, this is what I was looking for. I announced 15 fighters for Road to UFC 2023 on my podcast today. Here they are. Confirmed Road to UFC 2023 participants. Here we've got 5 Chinese fighters, 1 Indian fighter, 1 Japanese fighter. We've also got 2 South Korean fighters, 5 Indonesian fighters, and 1 fighter from the USA. That's it for Friday. On Saturday, let me try to find it here. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where did it go, bruh? I don't know where that thing went. Video is not available in your location. Anyways, it was a picture of Anderson Silva being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I should have pulled up a picture myself on another time. I apologize, the disrespect. But Anderson Silva finally inducted to the Hall of Fame. You know, I woke up, right? I woke up on fight day, and I don't know what it was. I was just thinking about Anderson Silva when he was going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. There was something about this card that was just aligning with Anderson Silva the day I woke up. And then when they had that pause moment, I think it was after Vittori Delidze, they were like, John Anik just starts talking. I knew, okay, someone's going to the Hall of Fame. Just who is it? And then when he said the spider at the he said something about spiders, and then I just knew, man. I knew. I thought honestly that maybe earlier this year I thought, okay, if they're not gonna induct Anderson Silva in, it was when I was watching UFC Brazil, UFC 283, they inducted Jens Pulver in, right? And Jens Pulver deserves it, right? But in Brazil, it was crazy how they didn't induct Anderson Silva. So I thought, okay, maybe they're gonna induct him at the end of the year, just as something a surprise thing. But they did it in London, so good on the UFC there. Everybody was wondering when he was gonna go into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that video too that they played, that they always play for Hall of Fame inductees. Anderson Silva is something about his video. It was so special, man. That thing was incredible. Yeah, man. He's an important piece of history in the UFC and in MMA. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to do what he did in combat sports. Anderson Silva was too good, man. That guy should always be remembered as a legend. Always be remembered as a legend. And the last news for Saturday: Leon Edwards retains his UFC welterweight title, makes his first defense in a trilogy match against Kamaru Usman. I did rewatch the fight yesterday, a bit earlier in the morning, and I didn't realize watching live how well Leon Edwards actually did. Leon Edwards upon the rewatch, he's much nicer than I originally saw him to be. I thought his footwork was really nice. How he moved around the octagon was really good. That's just number one. His striking was much better than the first time I watched the fight. His striking seemed much better. The way he was able to kind of avoid the takedowns was much better as well. I think the striking, I think he did beat Usman on the striking, honestly. And on the ground, Usman still had a lot more control time, had a lot more takedowns, but still missed quite a lot of those takedowns. He missed almost 75% of his takedowns. Almost. That's not an exact number. But yeah, Leon Edwards, I think he just won a majority of just the entire fight. And the rounds, even with the point deduction, he was able to pull off the win. So that's definitely saying something. And I still think the fight is much closer than people are saying online. I thought the fight was a decent bit closer than people are saying, but I think Leon Edwards is still a pretty clear winner upon rewatch. I'm very confident in saying Leon Edwards is our welterweight champion of the world, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. You know, people used to boo him in the O2, and now everybody loves Leon Edwards. So the whole comeback story is really nice because now people are starting to respect him. I think that's great. I think that's nice, and yeah, whoever he fights next, whether it's Colby Covington or Bilal Muhammad or CM Punk, I wish him the best in whatever it is. And yeah, that's it for Chico Weekly, episode 11. I'm saying a lot. I shouldn't do that. Yeah, that's it for Chico Weekly, episode 11. Hope you all enjoyed the news for this week. Not the most stacked week, I know, but some good fights here and there, like Frivola and Dober and Cara France and Nate Landwehr. No, Carl France and Amir Albazi. Nate Landwehr and Austin Lingo. Any Nate Landwehr fight is good, so I'm happy with that. Also, Eric Anders versus Marc-Andre Barrial. That's going to be a good one. Emily Ducote, Polyana Viana. Any Polyana Viana fight is good. If you know, you know. And yeah, I'll see you all probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to upload again today, so probably tomorrow I'll see you all again. When I might even cover UFC San Antonio. So, yeah, guys, please watch Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. Please, trust me. You need to watch Nate Landwehr versus David Onama. Trust.